that a little XT60? Yeah. Is that what that is?
Yep, XT60. Look at that. We broke the XT60. The mount broke. Good thing we had a washer because we fixed it. But that's really the first thing we've broken and the only thing. Thing's holding up like a beast. I'm going to the jumps.
Yeah, I only got one battery. I don't have time to wait.
These ones are fun too.
These ones are fun too.
My battery was dead yesterday.
Was it?
Yeah.
You went through a whole battery?
No, when I tried to jump this. Oh, the Mini Maxx. No, remember my battery died?
Yeah.
I wasn't it.
Dead?
Yeah. Here we go.
Ooh, that was clean. You should try doing both. You should try doing both.
That was awesome. Yeah, dude, you greased it. Yeah, that was so perfect, bro. That was so nice, Danny.
Nice, nice. You might as well just do them both. Ready?
Yeah. All right, check this out, guys. We got the Traxxas Mini Maxx on the bench. We're gonna go ahead and add a few upgrades today. We'll cut right to the chase. We're gonna add the Traxxas XO1, I guess they're calling them the Hybrid Diffs, so we'll show you all the parts it takes to do that. And then we're gonna go ahead and add the steel, medium carbon steel front and rear drive shafts and cups by GPM. And last but not least, we're going to go ahead and add this green 7075 chassis brace. Help keep the truck from snapping in half like I've seen multiple times. Not sure why, but this should help. And then, guys, I'll leave a link in the description below. I have both of these parts on my website available. And I ship out of Washington State same day. So go ahead, click the link, get you some, and help support Pnwrcmadness. Without further ado, let's start wrenching. They got this truck built so tiny and compact. Guys, I know there was a ton of engineering that went into it, but check this out. The front bumper is actually attached to the shock tower, which, you know, of course, is attached to the shocks. And then, you know, with just a few screws, comes right off. And now you have access to your front hinge pins. So let's pull those out. So here we go. Here's the 2.0 Pnwrcmadness quick tip. We actually have these on our website. I'll try to remember to leave a link, but you can see this one is blue. So I always know really quickly which one is which. And these are awesome, guys. They've been holding up for a long time. Anyways, we've almost got this front torn apart. We're going to go ahead and tear off this front steering link. And then the whole wheel assembly comes right off. So this is the first time I've taken this truck apart, and it's not as I expected, but so we've gotten this far, and the front bulkhead, or the front diff case, tied into each other, I guess you could say, has not come off. So we're going to go ahead and remove these bottom screws right here. And then there's some screws right here. Probably take those out as well. All right, that's it. Once you remove those two screws right there, you have your front bulkhead slash diff case all in one right there. So we'll go ahead and bust that apart and install the new parts. Before that, we'll show you what we have. And I'll show you what we are filling it up with here in a minute. Cool. So once you got it out of the truck, you're going to just go ahead and you could probably remove the steering rack, but we're not going to. We're just going to go ahead and remove these 6 screws. see these right here. Just going to let those fall onto the new Pnwrcmadness pit mat. We should have these available soon. This is not the pattern, but the logo is going to be down there on the right, and the pattern is going to be something similar, just not exactly the same as this one right here. All right, so that's 5, 6 screws. Then this thing should separate in half, and we should be able to get right to our, yeah, there we go. So that's what it takes. And then you're able to get into your front diff. I imagine the rear diff will be kind of the same. Got to take the whole thing apart, and we'll be able to change the out drives, and we will build our new hybrid diff. And we'll get rid of the planetary gears for now in this truck. Definitely going to get another truck so we can do the upgraded planetary diff gears. But this will be the last time we see this, so let's start wrenching on the new parts. There's the part number we're going to use. This is going to be your front and rear ring and pinion, 6779. Out of this package, we're only going to use the ring, and we're not going to use the pinion because we're going to use the stock pinion that comes in the truck. Next part is 3978. This is going to be your diff case, gasket, and O-rings. And this is going to accept part number 6882X. Next, we're going to take apart the out drives only because we need the bearing. So we'll go ahead and pull this apart, and we'll take both bearings, and then we can rebuild the brand new diff case with the brand new parts. And this will be the oil I'm using. We're going to go ahead with 10K in the front and 5K in the rear. We're going to test that out, and I think it should do awesome. So that is a through pin. So there we go. Grab your bearing. Before we do build the diff, we're going to have to install these new out drives by GPM. I'll leave a link in the description below. Let's check these out. You can get them in front or rear, or just front or rear by themselves. So we definitely need these out drives. Let me show you these bad boys. Super nice, medium carbon steel. And from all the good luck I've had with GPM parts, axles especially, because they're beefier, no bends, no breaks, I've been, I don't know, lucky or just super quality high grade parts. But there's the out drives, super nice. Hang on to your stock hardware. Oh, nope, even comes with hardware. So there we go. You got your out drives and the through pins that you use to attach. This is how we're going to build them. So get your diff case. That's 3978, part number 3978. Grab yourself some Cal RC udder butter, and we're just going to go ahead and lube up the little ring, the O-ring. Go ahead, stick that down in the bottom of your case. Once you get it lubed up, you can grab yourself, this is my 5.5 wrench. You can just go ahead and use your wrench, push it down in there. Don't forget, you're going to have this little, it's like a nylon washer. You're going to put that down there as well. But before we do that, we'll just go ahead and lube this. This is actually spider gear slash out drive holder, I guess. I don't know what you call that, out drive. So we'll just go ahead and we're going to stick this right down inside the case, and then this is going to go right through that. At this point, you can install your bearing, and then you could also take and grab your out drive. Go ahead, use a little bit of that udder butter, rub it right there around your axle, and then a little bit of Loctite on your grub screw. Screw that bad boy on, and you have your brand new GPM out drive installed. Stay tuned, guys. We're going to go ahead and start carrying these cases in aluminum. Not sure exactly when I'm going to get them, but hopefully soon. I'll do another video when we do the swap over, definitely, but check that out. Super nice, super nice. We're just gonna add just a touch, not a whole bunch. Just what I use, the Cal RC. And then go ahead, make sure you're on the right side and just screw it right in. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, check it out. Nice and clean. Make sure everything spins nice and free, and we'll move on to the next step. Next thing you're gonna do, go ahead, grab the other O-ring. It's got grooves on it and stuff on the side and on the top, so go ahead, put some more udder butter on there. This time it's just the O-ring. Slap that. You can just go ahead and put it right around the spider gear / out drive. Push that through your ring gear. Install your bearing, and then your other out drive, and you're good to go on that side of the diff. All right, guys, next thing you're going to do is you're going to grab the rest of the parts. Grab your one cross pin. Your spider gears, face the gears going in. So put one on there, then go ahead and grab the big steel metal piece. Grab your other spider gear. And this is the tricky part. Grab the little Pac-Man looking pieces. These kind of look like little Pac-Mans. And then you're going to take the whole assembly and drop it right into the case. Now it's not super easy, but I think we can do it. So make sure the little Pac-Man heads are facing down, and then you got really only one way you can put it in. So line the little grooves up. There you go, drops right into place. And now you can add your diff oil, whatever you choose. And since this is the front, we're gonna go ahead and use this associated 10K. Whoa, since it's so small, it's not gonna take much. Just dribble it on there, let it soak in, maybe spin it a few times. If you spin it without the case on there, or the ring gear, it's gonna pop out, but just kind of spin it kind of slowly. You don't want to overfill it. So we'll let that set for a few minutes and we'll come back. And we'll kind of just spread some of that around there. That way we can install the O-ring and it's not super dry. So we'll install that while we're waiting. We'll come back, check it, and be able to reassemble. And that'll be done. Let's see here. There we go. Sweet. After we come back for sitting for a few minutes, that's what your diff case should look like. You don't want it to go over the top of that piece. That's kind of like the cross bars in other diff pins. You don't go over the cross pins in the diff. So we got it all filled up, and you can kind of see maybe on camera, we got the oil coming over the side of the gears there, so we know it's full. And then go ahead, make sure you have your, where did it go? Make sure you have your gasket on there. I like to lube it up with some udder butter and then assemble it back together, and we're ready to reinstall. Oh, gasket is already in place. Oh, it's hiding on there already. So make sure you got your gasket on there. You're just going to use your stock screws and screw it back together, just like that. We're able to get 2 screws on, and then we'll go ahead and check and make sure everything's spinning free. Definitely don't forget to check and make sure nothing is bound up. That way you don't have any issues when you go to slide it back into the truck. Last thing you do before you slide it back into the case, just go ahead, add yourself some udder butter or whatever kind of lube you would like. And then again, we're just using the stock pinion for now. That's what I've learned to do. So check this out. It's ready to install. You guys are seeing it here firsthand. There we go. So again, those are the part numbers, and then you're just going to use the stock pinion. And for now, we're using the stock drive shaft. And stay tuned, we're going to have some GPM aluminum cases in the near future. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to show you guys how to do this. Check it out, we've already got one side installed. Nice, super beefy GPM axle and stub axle. Look at that, super nice. So all as you do, take your 8mm tool that comes with the kit, remove the wheel. Super simple, guys. This actually just pops right off. If you have like a little crowbar, you can grab a little crowbar, pry off the hex. Don't lose the pin. Super simple, as simple as this, guys. Pull out the old one. There's going to be a washer in there. Don't lose the washer. Seriously, just plug and play. Use the stock bearings, push it through, reinstall the washer. That keeps everything from binding up. Reinstall your pin. It's this quick, guys. It's this simple. Snap the new hex back, the old hex back on. Stock hex. There we go. You know it's snapped on when you hear the snap. And guys, you are good to go. All right, now before we go and install the rear axles, I just want to show you what the stock axles weigh and outdrives, and also what the upgraded GPMs weigh. So there's a stock, it's 0.06 ounces. I got a feeling that the GPM is going to be much heavier because it is definitely more beefy. So it's 0.6. Oh wow, yeah. So 0.8, and we still have the outdrive and the screws. So guys always want to know what they weigh. Let's get this out of the package. All right, so there we go. Now we don't have the center diff yet, but we're going to be pulling it apart again to do aluminum cups and a center diff and a new center shaft. But for now, guys, check this out. You don't need to pull everything apart to change out your new axles. When you want to install your new GPM stuff, just go ahead, undo your grub screws. Those will slide right off. You can slide the new ones right on and button it all up. You don't have to do all of this. All right, last but not least, before we get it outside, we're going to go ahead and install this chassis bash bar. So check this out. Let me get it out of the package and I'll show you what comes in the kit. Looks like there's a little drill bit, whatnot, all that good stuff. So let's go. Since we already had the skid plates off of the truck, we just went ahead and installed them and left the screws out. So we'll just go ahead and set this down into place. And it looks like we're going to use some of this applied hardware to assemble this thing. And now this is what you're going to get. So there's a little piece, a little hex piece. And then it looks like it comes with about 6 screws and a drill bit. And I'm not quite sure where the hex piece goes yet, but you're going to go ahead and remove these screws that hold in the steering rack. Now, I'm not going to even take this chassis apart to put in the, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screw. We're just going to put the 5 screws in and call it good. All right, check it out. There we go. We got it installed. Takes seriously like 2 seconds. We didn't use the drill bit and we did not use the little piece. We're gonna just hold off on that till we tear the truck apart, possibly break something else, but I think it'll be fine. So we're just gonna test it with this 5 screws and leave the 6 screw out. Let's go get it out in the dirt.
There you go. That's way too much. Yes, you gotta land on the downslope. Ooh, that was nice. There you go. He's getting too much air. No, no.
Shit.
I can't see the landing, dude.
What, did that count?
Oh, that was hard. That was hard. How didn't need to stop it that much?
All right, Dan, you're buying dinner.
Look at it.
Stay right there. I'm clearing you. Here we go. Come on, stay on your feet. Yeah.
Got it, dude.